Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today we're going to be doing a casting video. This is just test casting, kind of practice for myself, just putting out some casting content over the last game of the Twitch Rivals Twitchcon Fortnite finals. Now, the thing about doing a casting like this is I want to cast the same feed that the casters cast. I want to cast the feed that the viewers are watching, so that way I can give a very kind of organic casting. That said, I'm going to be solo casting it, and I'm going to be doing it over the VOD with no audio, so it is a little awkward because there's just no game context, no sound, because I can't cut out the voices, but I want to do the casting over the live feed. So thank you so much for checking this out. If you want to stick with it and kind of see what it's all about, if you will, please leave the video a like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think, as always, and we're going to go ahead and get into this. So I may need to skip a little bit, but the game will be starting soon. All right, our players are leaving the battle bus now. Bus drivers flying us over the island. You're already seeing some of those players starting to drop, and again, this is going to be the last game number 4 here at the Twitchcon Twitch Rivals Fortnite event, and we have wonderful competitors. You can see Aiden, Sean, and Dr. Lupo, the content creator, putting on a clinic with these two Ghost Gaming professionals. They're going to be looking to land Viking. We get that kind of split perspective as now we can see the map and the split going on. It's a kind of north to south like bus path. Lots of players stretching. We have 3 teams over at Lazy Lagoon. Definitely going to be something to pay attention to as the story unfolds. And now Moisty Palms, potentially only 1 or 2 teams, as we do see the trio with Ghost, Aiden now just kind of surveying the field. You want to see what all loot they can get. So it does look like he may make his way over to that Villain Mountain. But Myth, Kayun already down. Gotaga potentially finds that first knock as they have 3 points this game. So struggling this series. They're going to try to get as many points as they can here at the Lazy Lagoon. And you can see Deagle in hand. He's going to go ahead and drink some of these minis. And they just want to be prepared as possible for this first fight, as they've kind of split themselves off. And you got Fear Itself, Monster, the trio on the opposite end, as they're going to be just trying to get Kayun up early. They want to go ahead and reset here. Not sure how he went down. You can actually see the feed. Nick Merckx has been eliminated. Mr. Sharpshooter takes him out very early. So unfortunately, that will be the end of Nick Merckx in this first game, at least for now. And the pressure coming in, and that's going to be Kayun and Colin Frags going down very early. Myth just trying to make something happen. Only 1 point, getting a shot in, putting out some damage with that TAC SMG. He's going to be dropping very low now, falling into the water, and Myth just has to find a situation that's profitable for him. But no, that's going to be Hawkers picking up the kill. So Kayun, Myth, and Colin Frags will go down to the Gotaga trio. As like I said, you see Fear Itself, J-Truth, and Monster on the opposing end of the Lazy Lagoon. A fight sure to happen here in the near future. Gotaga got a pretty formidable loadout. Not a bad situation to be in. You see them kind of posturing for this potential fight, looking southeast. Gonna be looking for some marks, potential snipe shots, splitting off some of these resources, and 85 players left alive. This will be for sure a serious and stacked endgame. Hawker is a little bit low on health, no shields, but Yolis and Gotaga taking a shot with the Deagle, not going to connect. As he does see, it looks like J-Truth, Monster, and Fear Itself rotated out toward that Tomato Temple side. That's 6 points. These players just trying to get themselves as high as possible. And hey, shout out to our sponsor, of course, as always, Samsung, the new Samsung device, dropping the glow skin. It is an exclusive, comes with an emote as well. I mean, who wouldn't want to float, right? So big shout out to them. We do see this game continuing forward, and now lots of action over here at Happy Hamlet. We have the Solary team fighting Mega, AJ, and Dubs, and that's Kinstar now sitting on the high ground. A solid loadout. Just going to be, taking a bit of damage there. So now Kinstar wants to get himself up. He does not want to get angled out here. Just kind of looking around. He does have that teammate on the high ground, as he's going to be moving himself forward, but a little bit of shots coming out toward Kinstar. Kinstar starting to take a little bit of damage, maybe potentially dropping down, and the materials are very dangerously low here. Kinstar, and that's going to be Solar IRL going down very quickly, got bursted. You see the split perspective. Hunter just trying to look for a situation where he can help, but the damage is coming in from all sides. This is going to be Dubs and Mega. AJ as well looking to pinch this. They do not want to give any kind of a situation where this team walks away. They want the points. They want Hamlet uncontested, and that's going to be Hunter, the last one left alive as Kinstar goes down. So now Dubs, Mega, AJ. It looks like AJ going to be trying to get the revive onto Mega. So a 1v1 potentially until they can get him up, and that's going to be Dubs getting that elimination. And now look at that play. Hunter tries to get out, but Dubs drops down and cleans him up. So Dubs finishing this situation is going to pull out the trophy and let them know we're the kings. They're going to go on ahead and be the victors of Happy Hamlet, as now they have all the loot and all the time in the world to go on ahead and get themselves into a little bit of a better situation. But now Tfue and Parpy, the last two remaining of this trio here at Retail Row. They're looking around. You see those zombies starting to pull. You do see Rux, Pika, and Tina. This has been a contested zone all game. Tina, Pika, and Rux have been doing very well in our standings. Getting a lot of that loot, just kind of staying split on their side. Not sure how Flyers died in this round. Essentially taken out by Pika, Rux, and Tina. You see Rux starting to ramp forward, getting a little bit of pressure from Tfue. We'll see if this turns into a committed fight, but Tfue just going to go on ahead and use that bounce pad. He wants to go on ahead and back out of this situation. Going to go ahead and use another. They don't want to risk their tournament life, and you can see not the most points from Tfue's squad as well. Tfue and Parpy just going to go on ahead and opt to back up here. And again, remember, we did see the player count earlier was up to 84. It is still at 80 players. We saw Stretched just getting a knock now in the kill feed. And Tfue just wants to farm up those materials. You can see not a terrible loadout, not bad materials, but the reshielding, they're down a player. This is going to be a tough game. Does not look like they have that reboot cart. So unfortunately, this is going to be a duo trios game for the remainder of the game. See Tfue marking that center zone now on board with the Liquid Boys. Vivid and Chap playing with Sentinels Corrose over here at Fatal Fields. They have quite a long way to go, but they are looking to hold a team potentially. See Corrose a little bit split off, and Chap kind of traversing his way through the cornfield, trying to get himself over to Vivid. And that's going to be the trio of Cadet, Thresh, and Aircool. Team Overtime players just rotating over on the side, as Vivid with the heavy sniper, you know, would not be a bad situation or a bad opportunity to take some shots. You never know what kind of an opportunity he can find. Team Splash is min-maxing some of those materials and those resources, rather. Get those team shields up. See Vivid starting to rotate in now. Constant eyes on the east as we have Booga getting knocked by Saf, and that's going to be a big finish. Booga dropping now with the SMG. The split view coming in. Just Chap, Corrose starting to rotate themselves in. Do have Vivid looking to take a shot, not going to be able to connect with anything there, and the Batman glider coming out from Chap just to close the gap a little bit, as they are going to be moving toward the safe zone. And still 79 players left alive in this first circle here. Vivid keeping his eyes, looking for potential shots. Just going to go on ahead and rip a shot. Not going to connect, and that's going to be Zate taking a kill onto Nick A30. Sketch finding the kill onto Symphony. So that's going to be a big trio wipe, I believe, coming out from Saf, Sketch, and Zate. So they're going to go on ahead and wipe out that trio. Got a brief glimpse of the map, and that's going to be a very far trek, as we can see our players now at pretty much the bottom of the zone, and lots of players outside of the zone. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 teams sitting inside the safe zone currently, constantly trying to find a little bit more loot and whatever they can find, and good reshields. Wavy Jacob finding a knock onto Elevate, and Tracer will finish that kill. So Elevate goes down. Cease and Courage potentially in a fight, as Mr. Savage himself gets rebooted. So now Mr. Savage is going to be back in the game. Wonder where those are. We could see Team Overtime kind of in the far corner. We're going to be flying in with Sean, Aiden, and Dr. Lupo. We started the match with them over at the Viking Village, and now flying all the way to Waters. You see Crims a little bit further to the east. Going to be launching in here now. Might be some additional resources, maybe some loot. Dr. Lupo, not a terrible situation. Doesn't have a lot of reshields, but the bandages are good to have, as well as those shield bubbles. Sean looking to build up to the high ground. He's going to be following right behind him. Now this team very close to the safe zone. They've been able to get here early. They have a pretty good amount of materials. Dr. Lupo potentially looking to find some shots. He is going to find that first 20 tag. And this is all just good and dandy just in case they get the Storm Surge. You never know. Dr. Lupo could definitely benefit from some medals. You see him using some of the splashes. And Gotaga, this team has been on this north side of the map the entire time. Gillis and Hawkers. You can see Sean just kind of angling away from them. He does not want to take any damage, and all these teams just rotating in. Dr. Lupo and Aiden following suit. They do want to find themselves inside that safe zone. Aiden has a pretty comfortable loadout, no range, but he does have 6 stinkers and 8 grenade launchers in that blue GLs. Be able to find some damage on a team later on in the match. And now that's the Storm Surge warning. You can see Aiden, Dr. Lupo, and Sean 22 damage above. That will probably not be a lot, enough to keep them under that threshold activation point. They may have to find some damage. Luckily, Ghost Aiden, he does have some stinkers. The H-King getting killed by a sniper, potentially the last one left alive of that trio. 77 players alive, and that's going to be still a lot of players. The Storm Surge potentially going to activate. Players are going to be needing to get some damage, and we'll see how they decide to play in that situation. We still have Aiden, Sean, Dr. Lupo trying to get themselves further into Sunny Steps. And see some of those teammates ahead of them. Ghost Aiden's duo, that's going to be Sean of Ghost Gaming. Great little name there. So they're going to be looking to put out a little bit of damage. The GL's coming out from Ghost Aiden, trying to find some shots on Sean. That damage threshold has not gone away, and it does still read 22 above. The zone closing very quickly. We do have a lot of those teams on that southern end. Have to see how they traverse the map, how they were able to get themselves into the safe zone. Sean, Aiden, and Dr. Lupo still building out of wood, potentially putting themselves inside of the Sunny Steps. There is that airdrop. They might be able to go for it. And regardless, if you're able to base up inside Sunny Steps, you can build in brick, you can replace those materials, give you a little bit better of a situation. See, they're looking for that drop, and they may not be able to get it as we're jumping over to Tina, Rux, and Pika, and that's going to be symmetrical, getting sniped and knocked out by Noword. So Noword now, I believe, taking out a couple of players with that sniper, and this is that southern end that we were talking about. We have Vivid, Chap, Karos, the OT boys, the Gen G, Pika, and Rux trio just trying to get themselves inside the zone, and then it's going to be very congested. We do have that zone stopping overtime, team overtime with Cadet taking a lot of shots, and we have to see where the zone is rotated. You can see on the minimap it goes further north. So Tina, a little bit of box peeking. Ruck's going to be asking for some of those RPGs. Mr. Savage gets knocked out by Jay. So Mr. Savage having a tough game, and that's going to be the finish, as well as a knock coming out from Vivid, or from Central onto Vivid. So across this box right on top of us here, that's going to be Tina. They may not know, but Pika and Rux just giving some of that support. And again, team overtime players might be looking to push here, so they do have that knock. So Rux, Tina, and Pika may be in a third-party situation. We'll have to see how they decide to deal with this. Maybe as that fight begins to happen, they might just go ahead and rotate. Rich Homie Quinn finds a knock onto Slappy, and Parpy a knock as well in the kill feed. And you can see that fight beginning to break now as overtime is going to be pushing the Team Liquid trio with Karos, and a little bit of third-party action coming out from here. But Tina, Rux, and Pika, they are not completely shielded. We do have some shields in the hands of Rux, so they may just focus on their positioning here, keep themselves moving. You see Rux find some of those builds. He wants to just go ahead and go down, and Slick falling to Storm Surge. So Storm Surge has been activated. Players are starting to take a bit of damage. Rich Homie Quinn going to find that full elimination onto Slappy, as Parpy going to be getting killed by Mystican. Oh, Rux looking to find some shots, going to be able to put down good damage. Parpy finding kill onto Ezzy. And as the zone is moving, they're just looking for some damage. Aiden finds a knock. So Rux leading the pack. He has Tina and Pika on his back. We do see some of these players just starting to rotate in. They have to move. The Storm's on their back. Rooks looking to find themselves a comfortable position. You do see Courage JD still left alive. That's going to be the trio. Tim the Tapman, 72 Hours, and Cloakzy on our screen with Dubs, Mega, and AJ. Sean, Dr. Lupo, Aiden. So the Sunny Steps is a flooded on board with Team Overtime now. That's going to be Thresh, Aircool, Cadet. Potentially find one kill. So I believe that's going to be Vivid. Most likely was taken out. And Karos getting finished in the kill feed, so that might be what we're seeing. So Karos is down. That's going to leave Liquid Chap. They're going to be looking to push this box. See, just kind of basing up on it. They're going to be 3v1ing this person potentially. You see Aircool just trying to find some shots. Thresh keeping himself at a very comfortable position, and that's going to be the white damage coming out, and that's going to be Liquid Chap is going to fall. So Team Overtime will take him out, but that's going to be a little bit of return damage. One player potentially. The storm is still here on the edge. We do see it still continuing to rotate north. Aircool looking to find some shields. Team Overtime, they've been able to keep themselves alive. They do have 3 points in this game. And we've dropped down to 63 players left alive. And now Sunny Steps, half in, half out of the new zone. They're going to have to rotate some of these players on this northern side, especially far north. Over in the back, you see Blake Epps, H-King, O-Rex, most likely in the safe zone, but that's going to be Tim the Tapman, Safaruni, Cloakzy, all into a big 3v3 fight here on this northeast end, and that's going to be Keels finding the airdrop. Aiden, Sean, Dr. Lupo trying to get themselves further into the zone. We're going to hop on board with them. That's going to be Wheels finding a kill, but gets knocked as well by Pika, so Pika Rux. Jay finds that snipe on to Wheels, and 72 Hours will be picking up a kill as well. Dr. Lupo sitting on the height now. He's very split from his team. He may just want to have to climb down. He is going to go ahead and throw that bubble using the waterfall. He wants to get down to his team. Best case scenario, the mats from Dr. Lupo are low, but if he can get himself in the situation, wants to get the regroup. You never know what can happen if you're based up with your team. Definitely a better situation than being split. And again, the zone on this far north side, we had lots of teams over on the south end. That was Rux, Pika, Team Overtime as well. Epic Whale, very low on health, but you see Sean gonna find a knock onto Tracer. And the GLs are starting to come out. A lot of spam going on to this team in the northeast end. And you see a little bit of team fire from the server. Thresh gonna be finding a knock. Now Dr. Lupo, and this is going to be 3 teams focusing this box. This player will not last very long, and that's going to be the kill. Unfortunately, does not look like Lupo was able to get it. You see that kill feed lighting up with names. So many players have gone down. 40-yard Storm, Wavy, Jacob, Macwood, Unlocalized. All the players have fallen, and we are down to 53 players. We're going to be getting that half in, half out circle. And now Courage, potentially the last one left alive with Tfue. You see him, no shields. They're going to have to do their best to get some more points. So whatever eliminations, whatever placement they can get. Edgy left alive as well with his trio. You see the Team Overtime team. They do have that bubble. It did go ahead and break. Gonna go in and throw the second. They're just kind of managing the loot, making sure that they can get whatever they want. And they do have this storm. Now the half in, half out is on the southern side. They do have it, but they don't have high ground. So they're probably just gonna base up here on the low ground. Something I would expect to see with some of those additional materials, potentially just spreading out, taking control of the landscape. Debris finding a couple kills with Sheep. Finds that cleared out kill onto Chibi. And again, a lot of time here with Team Overtime. The trio playing with Cadet have done very well staying alive in this game, have found a few eliminations. Again, you're starting to see that congestion come down. That's what happens when you have 50 players following Aircool. Now we do see kind of an interesting loadout. He has the pump, he has the minigun, but a lot of utility, a lot of rotation ability here. Benji Fishy finds that full elimination onto Chibi. Chibi will go down. That will be the end of TwitchCon Twitch Rivals. And you see Aircool using his knowledge. He has a lot of rotation. He does not need to be holding on to that launch pad as well. He's going to go ahead and toss that over to a teammate. And H-King finds a knock. But Tina, Rux, and Pika, the team from Retail Row, going to be finding themselves on the high ground here, looking for shots off the high ground. You see those players starting to rotate from the northwest. And this is the rotation. You see that short pad setup, and that's going to be a player going down. Pika finds a knock onto and localized. Now Aiden, Dr. Lupo, and Sean trying to find some kills as well. They do have the edge of the zone. You can see it on the mini-map. This is going to be where a lot of players start to drop. It was at 50 players. We've already seen about 4 or 5 eliminations. That first big moving zone will be popping next, and it's going to be going north, so a very good situation for Aiden, Sean, and Dr. Lupo to be in. So we are seeing eliminations coming out in the kill feed. That's going to be Chris going down, Monster going down. Rex will find some damage with the stinkers, and this team looking for some angles. Aiden not with the best ammo on the SMG. He does still have some AR rounds, and at 31 points, this could be a big game. We'll put them high in the standings. This trio left alive in a mere 55 seconds until the zone starts to move. We had Rux, Pika, Tina on the high ground. Tina finds a knock onto Tom, 72 hours, so Tom will be getting knocked, and this is where it all starts to happen. You see the gliders, you see all of these players, the short pad being set up, Courage JD finding that elimination onto Tom, so potential mats and resources, as now you want to find Dr. Lupo, Aiden, and Sean all based up together. They are actually going to go ahead and land perfectly, and Aiden sitting on the backside, he wants to see what kind of kills he can find, opening up the box, just going to stay connected with his team, does not want to get branched out. Looking for some shots again, low on that SMG ammo. He does have the AR, and you see Sean starting the tunnel, Dr. Lupo in the middle, and Aiden dropping some materials. This is how you play as a trio. You want to give those resources, that ability to continue the pathing, the route, the tunneling. Lots of kills coming out in the kill feed. We're down to 37 players left alive, and Aiden looking to find some of those points for themselves as well. The shockwave coming out, and we do have that continued moving zone, and now this is where a player gets split. This is where you have to kind of play your own life. So Aiden moving along best he can. Lots of players falling in the kill feed. Aiden just continuing the tarp, continuing the snake, and he's looking around for his teammates. We do have Rux, Pika, and Tina sitting on the high ground. Sheep just trying to get himself further into the zone. He's going to be falling very low, as now we join Tina sitting on the height. Bounce pad coming out. She wants to find those mats. Falling down, but going to stay connected with their team. They're going to be able to hold here. Aiden finds a kill in this moving zone. Lots of team fire coming down from the high ground. That's going to be Hawkers finding a knock as well onto Nate Hill. That's going to be an elimination. So all of these players just trying to stay alive, and you see those numbers starting to dwindle. 23 players left alive, now down to 22. Tifu finding a knock as well. So Tifu, the Lone Ranger, and Tina going to be falling, but she does have this glider. Will be able to get herself back up to the high ground, and very low material. She finds a knocked player here. She'll be able to finish this up. Tina finds that kill, and that's going to be Rux falling. Unfortunately, most likely will be down, as we're down to 18 players left alive. Tina just kind of sitting on this mid ground. She's not sure who's directly above her head, as she's going to have a ton of SMG ammo, or AR ammo rather. Players falling left and right, but now the focus is on Tina, the last one left alive. Dubs high up now. What kind of situation will he find for himself? Not having enough time. Just going to start to continue his movement. He does have a campfire, does have these bandages. He's going to get a little bit more white health. The more he can get, the better. Cloaksy, Aguilar finding some kills on the low ground. It's going to be the top 10 left alive. Tina, you see her sitting in the mid. It's going to be Clicks and Benji Fishy sitting on the low. And Dubs just continuing his reign. He does not have the most health, but it's not a bad situation with the campfire. He might potentially look to keep this height. Click's going to be falling. Blake Epps dying to the storm. So now 5 players remaining, and you see Dubs sitting on the high ground. 2 launch pads. Has great mobility. Shotgun AR. Finds some shots. And the big picture here is Dubs with the heals. He has the campfire. He has the 4 bandages. Going to be Tina falling, the last one left alive, and that's going to be Benji Fishy with a couple kills on the low ground. So now Dubs losing his high ground, looking for the shot, and he's going to be able to find it onto Aguilar. Aguilar going to fall. So Benji Fishy versus Dubs, 1v1 situation, and that puts Dubs at max health. Most likely going to be going for the heal off. He's going to take a little bit of damage from Benji Fishy here. Pops the campfire. He's going to be sitting inside the box. He's going to be using these bandages, just trying to keep the health as high as he can. Will he be able to outlast and out-heal Benji Fishy sitting on the low ground? Benji Fishy is very low, and Dubs, he's going to have it. He's going to be looking for the shots. Benji not going to be able to find him, and Dubs will take it. That's going to be game number 3. Dubs finds the win. He lasted. He played the high ground. He was able to keep his health very high, finds that kill onto Agalor, and will be able to take the game. So congratulations to Dubs. Hey everybody, thanks you guys so much for checking out this video. I was actually wrong. This was game number 3. I was skipping through the 10-hour VOD. I noticed it about halfway through that it didn't look like the same game that I thought it was. So game number 3. So a little bit of messing up there in terms of presentation. Obviously, I'm lacking a little bit of context, you know, not watching the full event through like in real time. Like I would know it was game 3 if I was literally there. So thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate it again. Please leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think. Subscribe to the channel. It means so much to me as I just continue this content journey and trying to find the best situation and the best opportunity to provide some fun, entertaining content. So thanks again. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.
Do you feel your bones start shake? Do you feel the earthquake? Do you feel the fire inside of me? Do you see the sparks that I'm setting free? Does the beat take you over? You just